fitness enthusiasts of late have been getting quite a lot of options to actually track their fitness, their sleep data, and a lot more. But I personally would rather suggest to have a budget smartwatch, which not just gives it all those features but also add the advantage of having a proper smartwatch design or a watch design rather than having those thin bands. And one of the budget smartwatches that actually caught my attention in the recent times was the PlayFit SW75. And one reason for that was the design. It did look quite good for the price, but there was one more smartwatch of almost the same price range which had similar features, and there were a few differences between the two. So in this video we're going to talk about the PlayFit SW75 and the ColourFIT Pro 2. The two watches are almost the same with the price and also with the features, but let's start comparing. Let's see what they differ with. Starting with the design or how they look, on the top they look the same. It's almost the same rectangular display on both of them, and also the button interface or the touch interface is the same. But the ColourFIT Pro 2 lacks the Gorilla Glass 3 protection with the 2.5D glass that is present on the PlayFit SW75, which gives it that premiumness or the looks. Actually, the ColourFIT Pro 2 as well seems to have the 2.5D glass, but the protection against scratches with the Gorilla Glass 3 is given on the PlayFit smartwatch, which is quite a good advantage because when you're using a smartwatch, you always brush your hands against several surfaces, and that's where the scratching of the watches is always easy. Not just this one, but any regular watch as well. So that's where the Gorilla Glass 3 protection on this watch is a certain advantage added there. And with the physical aspect, there's another thing. There's a secondary button. If you see, the ColourFIT Pro 2 has a circular dial. So that circular dial is completely ripped off, or you could say inspired from the Apple Watch. While on the other side, the PlayFit SW75 has two buttons, and the two buttons are rectangular in shape, but there's that second button which is not present on the Noise watch. This second button is for the sports mode or the sports tracking. That feature is completely absent from the Noise watch. So if you're someone who's a fitness enthusiast, you know how important it is to track those particular sports, or if you're playing a particular sport like cricket, if you're playing badminton, or if you're running, and there are several other, there's a total of 14 activities. So if you're doing one of those activities, you surely want to know how active were you, how many calories were approximately burned, how many steps were walked during that time. That all can be done on the PlayFit SW75, but that's not present on the ColourFIT Pro 2. So that button is actually pretty much functional. It's just a long press that is needed, and the sports can be selected from your smartphone app itself. So we'll talk about the app later, which again is quite a big deal in this one. Moving on to the straps. So the straps here, you can clearly see it's pretty much different, and you can see the dual hole design on the strap of the PlayFit SW75. Functionally no different. You can have a single button or a dual button one, or the dual hole one, but this looks much better. And for the youth or the intellectuals, it's going to be this one that should have a better design than the ColourFIT Pro 2. Now, while we had talked about the fitness features or the activity features or the tracking of it, the step count, we felt that the step count was almost the same on both of them, not a huge difference between them, and that's a good thing. There's that feature which should be pretty important there, but the sensors here are pretty much more important. So we dug deeper into this. We saw that the PlayFit SW75 has the Kionic sensor. So the Kionic sensor is a 3-axis accelerometer, which actually helps you in all the tracking of the steps, and also would do a proper tracking when you're trying to track it while playing those sport activities, one of the sport activities. So that sensor, it's having the advantage of not just tracking, but it's also very power efficient. It uses a very lesser battery when compared to the other sensors in the market, which the other watches usually have. So the Kionic sensor is actually pretty much battery efficient, and it does a better job of tracking as well. So in that case, I would say that the battery life has been better on the PlayFit SW75 because of the fact that the sensor is good. So the battery life that I got on the PlayFit SW75 was about 10 to 15 days with all the connectivity also present there with the smartwatch. While on the other side, at the same time, the ColourFIT Pro 2 gave about 7 to 10 days of battery life, which is about half the time of what the other watch gave. Not half, a bit more than that, but still, I'd say that the battery life is pretty much important. You don't have to always keep your watches connected to the chargers for charging them. So a battery life of over 10 days is quite a good one on the PlayFit SW75. Now moving on, we already talked about the sensors that are present here, the features that are available on the watch, but one more thing about the water ingress protection. So it's not that you would want to always wear these kind of watches into swimming or those activities, but still having water resistance is a must in these days for these smartwatches. So both have water resistance, but the standard that is present on both is pretty different. So the PlayFit SW75 comes with the 5 ATM water resistance. 5 ATM means it can resist water ingress for up to 50 meters of depth for up to 10 minutes. On the other side, the Noise ColourFIT Pro 2 comes with the IP68 certification, which means it can survive the water ingress for up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. This can go deeper, and that's where it is advantageous. It's not about going deeper. You obviously wouldn't go deep sea diving with watches, but otherwise the thing is here is that you might want to always have a better standard of water resistance, which is present on the PlayFit SW75. And with the app here, so the final thing is about the app. As I said, it's a completely customized application here given by PlayFit, and there's quite a lot of features that are included here. There's activity, a dedicated page for activity, dedicated page for sleep tracking, and the heart rate monitoring as well. So whenever you activate the heart rate page, it would start noting on the heart rate, but you have the option of continuous heart rate monitoring. Apart from that, it shows you the entire history of your sleep tracking as well as the activity tracking. And under setting, there's a whole list of features. You have the things such as notification alerts, music control, D&D mode, and the list of sports modes, which includes walking, running, cycling, hiking, climbing, badminton, workout, cardio exercise as well, a treadmill exercise, yoga, basketball, football, tennis, and dance. So these are the different sports modes that you can activate, or you can have them in the list. There's time format changing as well, and under the alert settings, you have the call alert, inactivity alert, alarm, and the menstrual settings as well. Under the profile, again, you can change a few things such as targets as well. You can change your weight and height, and the targets for number of steps that you want to show as a particular target for the day, and also the number of hours for sleep. So the app is a customized one. It's a well functioning app. It is a little similar to the Noise ColourFIT Pro 2, but much better than that because of the number of additional features that are offered in the app itself. So that was the quick comparison of the PlayFit SW75 smartwatch. That's a budget smartwatch with the Noise ColourFIT Pro 2. As I said, these watches are pretty similar with the price, but not just that, they are similar with a few features such as the step tracking, the sleep tracking, as well as the design as well. But in the end, the addition of those sports modes or the sports tracking is an added advantage on the PlayFit SW75. Apart from that, the dual hole design of the strap and the second dedicated button, the entire design with the stainless steel finish, it is all an added advantage for the PlayFit SW75. And that's it in this comparison about these two smartwatches. I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Gizmo for more. Thanks for watching, and see you next video.